Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Scars Block 8-4. Let's take a look at our pack. We've got the classic Grim Affliction versus Volt Charge pick, but we also get a 5-5 for 5 with the Etched Monstrosity. Its ability will never really be relevant in this format. It's not like Fifth Dawn where you're encouraged to play 5 colors for the sunburst effects and such. So he's just a 5-5 for 5, which is good, but I don't think it's as good as a top quality removal spell, which is what we have in these two cards here. What else is in the pack? Spinethopter's alright. A few black cards, which kind of makes me lean towards Volt Charge, because I think it'll be a little more open. No one's going to pick Victorious Destruction over this, or this, or this. And it does 3 damage, where this only does 2, so I will take the Volt Charge. Alright, up next we have Vorinclex. I was actually just thinking about this guy, because he's one of the few... Whoops. Let's see if I can keep this up. Sorry about this. One of the few mythics that I've been passed and had a chance to take and did not. I don't think his first ability is very relevant. By the time you get to 8 mana, you're not going to have very many cards in hand, and so the ability to double your mana isn't that relevant. His second ability is somewhat relevant, but I don't think he's as good as he seems, at least in this format. Other choices are Necropouncer, which is nice and colorless, Remember the Fallen, which is excellent value, and both of these are easily splashable, so I'm okay, going into quote-unquote 2 colors this early, because they're both very good and easily splashable. I think I'm going to take the Remember the Fallen just because I like its ability to give a 2 for 1. Okay, up next we have not a great pack. The Superion can't be cast reliably enough in this format to make it very good. We have removal. I think it comes down to one of the... Well, I guess we have 4 removal spells. The Scorn, the Snag, the Worship, and the Gremlin Mine. It's kind of a tough choice. I think Forced Worship is the worst of the bunch. If we get more flyers, it might be a little bit better, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't think Vapor Snag is good enough unless we're definitely blue. So it comes down to the Scorn and the Mine. And Mine keeps us a little more open. We're not going to splash for Scorn. So it's going to be, we're going to go into green if we play it. And I'd like to stay open at this point, so I'm going to take the Gremlin Mine. Third pick, Viral Drake, is a pretty great sign. And another one of these signals that blue is kind of open. And everything else here is just, okay, we have the same, collection of removal spells passed to us, but this time we have a great creature in addition to all of them. So I'm going to think about this briefly, but no, there's nothing here I want over the Viral Drake, who is excellent. All you need is 1 Infect counter, and he holds the ground extremely well. Alright, well, I think we're going to go Infect, because all the good cards we're getting past are Infect. Tannodon's okay, but we're definitely not playing green at this point. And we, when we're past these guys, both of which are very good, plus a Viral Drake, makes me want to go with that plan. Even though most of the more recent Infect guys are more expensive, I still think it wants to be a faster format. So I'll take the Leonin and hope to get a Chain Throat Seeker with a later pick. Or another Remember the Fallen, that could work too. But do I want 2 of these when Infect is light on artifacts anyway? And if I'm going to splash, a Wellspring might be nice. Probably won't have a way to reliably sacrifice it, but at the very least, it functions as a as a pseudo rampant growth, which is never bad. Yeah, well, let's see. Remember the Fallen gets back to Gremlin Mine. I think it's just too good. Shoot. No, I'm going to take the Wellspring. Sorry to go back and forth on that one, but oh. Whispering Spectre. I think we still want the more aggressive guy. I may regret passing the Remember the Fallen. I'd rather have cards that actually do stuff. I mean, Remember the Fallen is a 2-for-1, but you get too many of them. Each one you get makes the subsequent one weaker because it's just one fewer target you're going to have in your graveyard. And Michael Smith Wellspring will be good with the Volt Charge in our deck. That being said, I'm going to take the Leonin. Double black is going to be... oh. I'm not going to take that. Another Forced Worship here. This will work with our Mycosynth Wellspring. But the Razor Swine is also good. And it looks like we're splashing red anyway. Toxic Nim isn't great. And I think we can get more of these guys. We saw at least 2 go past. Probe is alright. But I really like... First Strike plus Infect is a great combination. We're not going to play any of these, and removal, even expensive removal, is still removal. So I'll take the Destruction. Gut Shot. Don't know how good this is. Probably not great, but... well, we're definitely in red, it looks like. Yeah, we're not going to play any of these other cards. It's not terrible. It's a strict... It's 1 damage is a lot different than the 2 you get from... oh, what am I thinking? From a Shock. But the ability to cast it, with no mana open could be relevant. We'll take the removal spell, since it could be a pain to play against. This is also a pain to play against. Yes, I know the Betrayers is Infect, but I'm not a huge fan of them. This draws us a card, and we're not going to want to ramp, but we'll just make sure not to pass a red signal. Not bad, but not great. Viral Drake is good. So we got some good cards here, but we need to get, nothing in a really good Infect color. If we open something good in green or black, I'd be okay, splashing red for just Razor Swine and Volt Charge. I don't think we can splash for several colors, although Juggernaut can be played in any color. I do like me some Blister Stick Shamans, but don't think he quite fits in with our plan, which is unfortunate because a lot of our guys die to him. I mean, do I just take a value guy? I think we can get Priest of Norn later, and the Juggernaut is good, but not spectacular. And I love the fact that he clears the way, and we don't want anyone else to pick him up, start pinging off our guys. I think the Shaman is the pick. Plus, we haven't gotten a lot of great Infect guys. Viridian Cloud would be good. Burn the Impures. Burn, that's good. So, the point being, if we want to abandon the Infect plan, this is a good way to start doing so. Plus, he's just a good card, regardless of what happens. And Viridian Claw is good, but removal is also good, especially if it's played against us. That could be bad news. So I'll pick up the Burn the Impure. Copper Carapace would have been nice too, I suppose, but... yeah, the Infect is drying up a little bit. Let's do a cost sort here. Spin Engine, Gust Skimmer, or Peace Strider. I guess Flare Husk and Vivisection are worth considering as well. Let's see. Normally I like the Spin Engine, but I'm not sure if that's the direction we're going. And the Peace Strider is good regardless. You know, a 4/4 for 3 is fine, and the ability to gain 3 life is never irrelevant. And Gust Skimmer's alright, but not as good if we're not playing blue or splashing blue. So I'll take the Peace Strider. Well, we don't have any equipment yet. I think Sky Hunter is the best card in the pack. If we're trying to stay infect, we'll pick up the Plague Mirror. But we're not seeing any infect come our way, so I think we're getting cut off from our left. And the Rager is good, but we're not in that color. And yeah, there's the argument, you know, you really want double white early. But I think he's good enough. Plus, you know, we can lean a bit more heavily on white, because every red card we have so far with a casting cost less than 2 is alright, you know, if we cast late. Gutshot, not great if we cast late, but Blister Stick or Into the Core. I'm still going to go with the Shaman here. Into the Core is good, but I mean, they're both 2-for-1s, but this gives you a body, and artifacts aren't quite as prevalent. Oh, but I almost missed that Anatomist. Yeah, as good as these two are, a 5th pick Anatomist is begging to be picked up. I would splash for the Anatomist, truth be told. So as good as these are, that's what I'm going to take. He just shuts down their whole team. Then we get another Into the Core. Well, I kind of bagged on it last time, but it's better than Oculus. It's better than Nathosaur. We're not going to turn on Metalcraft with this reliably enough, and it still is a 2-for-1. So Into the Core it is. And who knows, maybe we'll get a... what's that card that I can't think of? Liquid Metal Coating. Nothing we have requires charge counters. And I think Spin Engine is better than the Mirror Sire. Not going to get... This guy isn't great anyway. You know, just 1 toughness. And we're not going to get Metalcraft. And these other guys we can pick up later. So, Spin Engine it is. So, it looks like we're red-blue. Nothing great. We'll take the Resistor. Steel Sabotage, you know, removal, counterspell. Well, pseudo-removal, bounce, counterspell. Sounds good to me. So, definitely hiding the Hunter. And I will splash white for Remember the Fallen. Seems no matter what I do, how hard I try to get away from it, I always end up in blue-red. It's very interesting. I like the Golem better than the Commando. I have a feeling the Commando could actually be okay. But, oh, this would be fun if we picked up an Artillerize. Master's Call is annoying. We're not, so we'll hate it. Rally the Forces. We're not aggressive enough to play Rally the Forces. This will be good against Infect creatures. What was I saying about the Neurot Commando? There may be a way to make him good, but it's kind of hard to do. I'll take the Mirror and Spy. Flyer's a flyer. And Nathosaur. You know, drawing cards is always fun, but it's not reliable enough. You know, if you have a bunch of top quality removal, you can just get rid of everything the opponent has and just get in turn after turn with your Precursor Golem. That'll be nice. And a bunch of blanks. Yeah, we'll take that. Get in with your Commando turn after turn and just draw a bunch of cards, then he's good. But the ability to make that happen doesn't seem to be good enough, at least in this format, in any deck I've seen so far. As for this, the mirror might be okay. Steady drawing a card at instant speed is alright, but we're not proliferating anymore. And 9 points of power for 5 mana is awesome. Mirror second pick. Clone Shell, I've never been a fan of Clone Shell. If you whiff on it, you can whiff on it. And if something was in your, if you whiff on it, you're losing value. If you hit on it, that's a good quality creature that you have to wait until you get rid of the Clone Shell to unlock, which isn't worth 5 mana for a fragile body. Other than that, we're not playing Inexorable Tide. I think Iron Mirror's the pick. We have a couple double red. Well, we're probably not playing the Nathosaur. Disperse and Bonds are okay. Blade Tribe is okay, but we're never going to get Metalcraft. So Iron Mirror's the pick. Well, there's the liquid metal coating we wanted. We also have a Galvanic Blast or a Turn to Slag. Seeing as we're not going to be able to get Metalcraft, how are we doing on removal? A few. The ability to kill anything is good. Soliton and Volshock Replica, we can probably get some of those later. Dark Steel Sentinel, how good are you? I think you're good, but not great. If we had more, if we had reason to keep open mana at the end of our turn, he'd be better. But I don't think that's what we're trying to do here. And I like what Turn to Slag does, which is kill a creature and possibly some equipment. Nothing much, but cheap creature. Well, let's see. This is removal. This draws us cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't think we're gonna have enough artifacts to make this great. It'll still be good, but I like the ability to lock down, one of their big creatures. As long as we have Rustic, so I'll take him. This card's slow but good. But I think Saberclaw Golem is a bit better. Perilous Mirror is good too. Let's see. How are we going to win this game? It's going to be tough, it looks like. Viral Drake is the backdoor plan. It might be fun to sacrifice the mirror to the Nathosaur, even though I'm not sure we're playing that. We need some flyers is what we need. But we haven't seen any. I think the Trigon is too slow, so I'll take the Perilous Mirror. We can probably get a Golem late, and I like what he can do with a 2-for-1. Trinket Mage can search up Gremlin Mine, and that's about it. But we're not going to play anything else in this pack, and one target is better than no targets at all. And he's still a Grey Ogre? Is that the 2/2 for 3? I don't remember all those old creatures. I think it's a Grey Ogre. Yeah, we have a target, and we may be able to pick up another one. And he's a body. Warm body. Ooh, Arbalest. Well, that kind of makes me wish we had that Soliton. That being said, I think Replica's a little better. Works with Remember the Fallen. We don't have a lot of creatures that we want to tap down with the Arbalest. Although this will be a way to win us the game if we can, get it to last that long, and if we wheel a Soliton. I think the upside, there's a bigger upside to the Arbalest than there is the Volshock Replica, especially since I think we can get another replica later. Ew. I wonder if this card's actually any good. I think the risk of them flipping a better artifact. I'll just take the one that's tried and true. Shape Anew might have been fun. Maybe I should have taken that. We're not going to take any of these. So, draw a card. No. Creature's a creature. Liquid metal coating. Works with Into the Core, Gremlin Mine. Guess that's about it. Victorious Destruction. Yeah, why not? Bunch of crap. Draw a card and some cute combat stuff. Huh. Maybe green would have been the color to be in. Well, we didn't get the Soliton, so I kind of wish I had that Volshock replica now, but that's okay. Alright, let's see what we're doing here. You, we're gonna splash for you, because yes, you are that good. You, and you. Alright, so that gives us 22. Possibilities for our final card. Anathesaur, Gutshot, Liquid Metal Coating, Man Spy, Bonds, Blade Tribe. That's about it. This is a sideboard card, this is a sideboard card. Okay, what are our interactions with Liquid Metal Coating? Steel Sabotage, Gremlin Mine, Rust Tick. Although that's, yeah, well, Rust Tick sort of, because it's committing 2 cards that deal with it. Into the Core. And that's it. Given the fact that we have a heavy Arbalest, I'd like to make our final card a creature. Now let's see how many artifacts we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think the Berserkers is going to happen reliably enough. I think Anathesaur is the pick here. He's a big body. He's a big body. He works well. You know, he can eat Perilous Mirror. Oops. To get rid of one of his creatures and give himself trample. He can eat our Wellspring for another land. You know, which is basically all he can do. But he's still a 5/4 potential trampler. Into the Core, turn to Slag. The other option is Bonds of Quicksilver. Yeah, I kind of wish I had taken that Shape Anew now, you know. Michael Synth Wellspring into Golem, Perilous Mirror into Peace Strider. That might have been fun. Get rid of one of his annoying artifact guys. Plus, no one would see it coming. Excuse me for a second. Ooh, sorry about that, folks. Yep, this is gonna be our final 23. All right, let's do a. Oh, goodness, sorry about that. Okay, oh, not color sort. So we're gonna go heavy red. I think we can get away with 2 planes. 2 planes plus a Wellspring, that is. I don't know if I want to go 1. I think we can get away with 2 because we have enough artifacts Everything early costs only 1 colored mana. Only a few that cost 2. Nothing that costs 3. Plus, I want to be able to reliably cast this because it's that good. So let's see. 2, 6, 5. No. 2, 6, 9. Excuse me. Or do we want to go 7, 8? Because we do have a... No, we want to go 9. You know, Iron Mirror counts as half a 1, but he can easily die. And Spin Engine wants a lot of red, and we have nothing that costs double blue. Alright, that's our deck. See you in round 1.